Zach Elliott at Feel Free to Argue. How you all doing? Well, I haven't been around for a while. I guess at a certain point, I just I guess it's fair to say that I gave up. I gave up on the notion that humanity, and particularly the United States, was going to solve its problems. And somehow that just kind of made me less interested in doing videos. Made it all seem rather pointless. And I'm not sure why I'm even doing them again now, because I haven't really changed my estimation, but I guess I sort of enjoyed the whole process. I enjoyed that there are other people out there who are seeing things kind of the way that I'm seeing them, and I can have a dialogue with them on YouTube, and I don't know, it makes watching the end of the world a little bit less of a lonely process, I guess. So anyway, I've been having this idea lately, and I kind of wanted to throw it out there for you people and see what you thought about it. Because I've been watching the travails of the Obama administration as it tries to address the rampant unemployment in the country. And then I started thinking about it. I really don't think there's going to be a whole lot of progress on unemployment. And for the most reasonable and logical of reasons. It's not what the people who really run both political parties want. I think I've been trying to look at this the way that the people who really run things look at it, meaning the people in government in Washington and the people in businesses, large businesses, who tell them what to do. And the people in the large businesses who tell our elected officials what to do don't really want low unemployment. They want high unemployment, as high as they can without, affecting the structure of society. The reason for this is because when you have high unemployment, you have a buyer's market for labor, which benefits management. You want that kind of situation if you're in a business, because you want employees who are desperate, who don't feel like they can leave you. I mean, this is only further reinforced by the nature of how we get medical care in this country and the fact that it's almost always tied to your employer. But even that aside, and that's a fairly strong motivating force all by itself. I mean, as an employee, if you look around and you see, the effects everywhere of 9%, nearly 1 in 10 people being unemployed, probably more than 2 in 10 or 1 in 5 being underemployed, and if your job isn't the worst job imaginable, you probably want to keep that job, because you don't feel like you can get another job anywhere else. It makes you more willing to put up with shit from your employer, more willing to go the extra mile that they always want you to go. Now, if the benefits of stuff like this were, passed out fairly equitably, maybe this would be a useful thing. But, as we can see, every year we hear about the gap between the rich, the ultra-rich, and the lower-level people in our society keeps getting larger and larger. And this has been a consistent trend for many years now. So, I guess what I'm counseling people to do is, when you listen to all these people talking about, what a huge priority, getting people back to work is, I just want you to remember that the people who are lining the pockets of the people who are making all these eloquent speeches about how they're going to get America back to work, that's not what they want. Basically, they want a level of unemployment that's as high as it can be without society unraveling. In other words, the only thing the people are afraid of is, say, a larger version of what's happening on Wall Street right now. If that really started to get some traction, if it became something that was unignorable, if it was something that was causing actual problems for the people in the business community, then that would be something that maybe they would start to get concerned about, and then the message would get passed along to the elected officials that, well, you know, maybe we need to do a little bit to address this unemployment problem. But until that happens, there's not going to be any movement. And it's going to have to be dramatic. It's going to have to be more serious than what's happening on Wall Street now. But anyway, that's the way my mind has been going lately. I don't know if I'll be making a whole lot of videos the way that I used to. I mean, I'd like to kind of get back into doing one every once in a while, but I'm not sure if I'll be as consistent as I used to be, for those of you still watching and caring about such things. But anyway, even though it has been a while, this has been Zach Elliott, and you can always feel free to argue. Take care, people.